All right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna Nicole. If you are new here, if you're not new here, welcome back. In today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about how to deal with back to school stress. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, so I'm gonna have my notes behind me, or behind y'all. So if you see me looking to the side, that's why. All right, so how to deal with back to school stress. So we want to start with before class. You want to make sure that you're getting organized. So set up a planner or a digital calendar to keep track of assignments and deadlines. When I was in school, I definitely had a planner because it just made everything easier. Like I can see everything for the week, I can see everything for the whole month, and it just made it so like once I did an assignment, I would cross it off. And then once I would find out an assignment, I would also put it on there. Like as soon as I would find out, that way there's no way that I miss it because I'm checking it every day. A digital calendar could be good for people who are like to see their things like on like an iPad or like their phone. That can be good as well. I've never done like a digital calendar, so I really don't know how that would work or like what exactly like what apps or whatever you could use for that. So yeah, I would just get a real planner so you can write. Number 2 is prepare your space. So make your living and study spaces comfortable and clutter free. You want to make sure there is nothing in your way, nothing distracting you. I know when I was at school, I had it so that like I always cleaned my room. Like my room was cleaned all the time. There were times where my desk would be a little bit messy and I would end up doing my work like on my bed, but you want to make sure that that's not gonna happen for you because it does get distracting, like especially like having a TV, having a phone, all of that. You just want to make sure like there's nothing that's gonna distract you from doing your work or studying. Number 3 is stock up on supplies. So get the necessary materials, notebooks, pens, and a laptop charger. Very important. So you want to make sure that you have all those things. That way, like in the middle of doing homework or studying, you're not like, oh, I need to go get this. So you want to make sure, I'm sorry, I'm on the phone with my family on. I'm trying to make sure y'all don't hear them. But yeah, you want to make sure that you want to make sure that you have all the materials that you need. Number 4 is plan your schedule. So balance your classes, work, and social life to avoid overcommitting. So you want to make sure that you are doing the work and, being on time to your classes, doing everything you need to do in the classroom, and then the play on the side. For me, I would say that my undergrad years, it wasn't really much of that because I was playing basketball. So I was doing work, playing basketball, going like having games, having practice, going home, going to sleep. Like I was kind of too tired to even do any of that. We did have like a few parties here and there. I did go to some like on the weekends or like on a Friday. But for the most part, I wasn't doing any of that because I would have practice or basketball. Practice or a game. So there was really no time for any of that. But once I got to grad school, that is when I had to kind of prioritize like what I had to do. When I first got to grad school, I wasn't really that close to my roommates. I became kind of closer to one like towards maybe a couple months in. So I actually started to go places with her and like do things. And then a lot of times it would be very sporadic and very like random, and that's when like I knew like my work just needs to be done ahead of time. Like once I get an assignment, I would literally do it and be done with it, turn it in, be done with it. I don't have to think about it, don't have to stress about it, nothing. It's turned in, it's finished. So just planning your schedule and making sure that you're balancing your work and your classes. So yeah, number 5 is taking care of yourself. So you want to establish a healthy routine, exercising, eating healthy, and sufficient sleep. For me, I would say exercising while I was in school wasn't really a thing. I would do it like here and there, mostly for grad school. Obviously I was playing basketball in undergrad, so I was working out every day. But I just like maybe within the last like year started to get back into the gym because there was a decent amount of time where I just was not going like at all. And I was kind of just doing whatever I wanted, eating whatever I wanted. But yeah, so you also want to make sure you have sufficient sleep. So for me, that was never a problem. Like I'm anemic, so I be tired most of the time. So like going to sleep early was never a problem for me. For a minute, I was going to sleep around 8, 9 o'clock. For a while I was going to sleep around 8, 9 o'clock. So like I was getting all the sleep that I really needed, but you want to make sure that you're doing that. Next we're going to talk about is time management. So number one, you want to create a routine. Establish a daily schedule that includes dedicated time to study and class time and relaxation. So like I said, you want to make sure that you have your schedule for your classes and things that you want to do for your classwork and all of that. Make sure that's done. Make sure you set aside study time if you are a person that studies. For me, I never really studied, to be honest. I would study here and there, like if I really feel like I had to, but for the most part, I did not. Next, number two is prioritizing tasks. So focus on the most important tasks, breaking them down into manageable chunks. So for me, like I would say I have a huge project due at the end of the year. Or like at the end of the semester. I would start it. I would figure out what I'm going to do for it. I would start it, maybe get like close to halfway done. That way, once halfway to when it's due comes, I can just finish it out and be done with it early. And I would kind of do that with my schoolwork as well. Like, but I would literally, as soon as I got it, I would do it and it would be done and over with. And number three is using productivity tools. So utilizing apps, calendars, or planners to stay organized and on track. And I've mentioned that previously. Number four is avoid procrastination. So this was my big one for me. You want to break the task into smaller steps and reward yourself for completing them. So for me, procrastination was really big. Like I procrastinated so much at one point. But once I got to college, I feel like I mentioned this in a video before, but once I got to college, like I feel like playing basketball and having practice and having games and having like things to do with your team, and then also having to wake up early for class the next day, like you really don't have a choice but to not procrastinate. So I feel like I used to procrastinate like in high school, but like once I got to college, that's when I was like, yeah, the procrastination gotta go out the window or I'm gonna absolutely fail like all my classes. So it was kind of hard to do that though, because we would have a study hall as a team. So we would have study hall as a team. So it was kind of hard to do that. Like we would have to go to study hall. It was mandatory before practice. Sometimes it would end up being after practice, depending on if the boys team was doing it before or after, or if we like switched times of practicing, whatever. But for the most part, it was before practice. So we would do our study hall before practice, and then we would go to practice. And then we would go home. So I think study hall was maybe 2 hours. So I would literally try to get all of my work done in those 2 hours, like literally everything. And if I didn't, then obviously I would finish it like when I got home, or like if it wasn't due the next day and it was due the day after, I would just do it the next day. But procrastinating like when I was in undergrad was really hard for me, especially when I was playing basketball. Like it was actually kind of hard to procrastinate. Like there's no way you're procrastinating and you're on a basketball team and y'all have study hall. Like if you're doing that, then what are you doing? And then my coach was really big on us having like all A's and B's and getting I forgot what the reward was called, but she was really big on that. So like if we didn't do our work, like we were also gonna be like in trouble with her as well. Number five is learn to say no. So be mindful of your commitments. So obviously you are in college, you're doing this for a reason. You are there to learn, you are there to get your degree. So obviously you want to be mindful of your commitments, and politely you can decline non-essential obligations. You don't have to go to every party. You don't have to go to every function. It's okay to do your work sometimes. It's okay to study. It's okay. Like there's gonna be plenty of time to do all of that. Like I promise. Like to this day, like I'm out of college, I could easily go to like homecoming or whatever functions they may be having. Like it's okay if you have to miss a few, and it's not going to be every single time that you're going to have to say no, unless you're just in them books like crazy, which is, props to you. But for the most part, like you don't have to say no all the time. But say you have like a test the next day and people are like, oh, let's go out to this party. Like it's Thursday and they're having like a little darty during the day. Like it's springtime, blah, blah. No, just be like, no, like I have to study for this. This is really important. That's it. And move on. And if people are getting angry with you, then those aren't your friends, because they don't care if you pass or fail. And then, all right, I think I'm gonna talk about, because I have 3 other sections, but I'm not going to extend this too long because I don't want y'all to be like, this is boring. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about stress reduction techniques. So to eliminate stress, I would say exercise regularly. So physical activity obviously can reduce your stress and improve your mood. That's just a known fact. If you've never worked out before, try it. There's an app called Ladder. I am not promoting them. Like, I'm not getting paid for promo, because some people think I do, but I'm not getting paid for promo. Like, I literally am just giving you the real. Like, I like the Ladder app. If you need like specific workouts, it will literally let you pick what you want to focus on, and it will help you through that. It will give you workouts to do literally the entire workout from start to finish, and they will talk you through it, and they will give you your 30-second, 45-second breaks in between, minute breaks, whatever you need. Literally, try it. Number 2 is mindfulness and meditation. So practice relaxation techniques such as deep breathing or guided meditation, or read your Bible. Yes, whatever you have to do. Number 3 is connect with others. So you want to build relationships with your classmates, friends, and family to combat feelings of loneliness. For me, this was like a really hard thing for me, especially coming off of a basketball team, because for my whole entire life, my friends were created from playing sports. Like, my whole life. So once I got to grad school and had to literally like make friends, like just off of like talking, like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm Brianna. Like, that was really, really hard for me. And I even explained this to the friend that I had at my grad school. Like, I was just so used to making friends that way that it just was like, well, how do you do this? Like, I just felt like I was like 2 years old again, like making friends verbally and not from like a mutual thing. Like, it was just weird for me. So just making friends, classmates, and family to help with loneliness can definitely help. And then like through her, I also met like other people. So it was good. Number 4 is take breaks. So regularly take time off from studying to relax and recharge. Like, give yourself some days where you just do absolutely nothing. Just lay there, just relax, maybe watch a movie, watch a show, whatever it may be. And number 5 is seek help when needed. Don't hesitate to reach out to your professors, advisors, or counseling services for support. So I will say this, there are times, like for me, there's like this whole situation I was going through, and like when I was in grad school, and I was like emailing these people, nobody was answering. So like, if it gets to the point where like nobody's answering you, just go straight to the dean, and I promise you will get an answer, because that's what I had to do. But yeah, just make sure you're not hesitating to ask for help from your professors, to ask for help from your advisors, to ask for help from counseling, because you don't want to be stuck in a position that you don't really need to be stuck in if you would have just asked for help and spoke up. So yeah, I really hope that this video will help you guys. I know school just started about a couple weeks ago. It's September 11th today. So yeah, I think school started like the end of August, maybe. I really don't know. But I think it's only been like 2 weeks maybe. So hopefully you guys, this will reach people and y'all will hear me out and take in some of the suggestions that I'm giving. And I really hope I helped. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button. I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video.